Antarctica is the coldest and most isolated place on Earth. This continent doesn't belong to any country and officially has no permanent residents. There are no cities or roads here, and the only people who show up in these parts are scientists and researchers. Nevertheless, 7 countries, Norway, the United Kingdom, Argentina, Chile, France, Australia, and New Zealand, have long been vying for control over these territories. What makes governments spend millions researching a region where it's impossible to live permanently? What lies hidden beneath the thick Antarctic ice? A natural wonder, an ancient civilization, or something they don't talk about in public? In this video, we'll break down what's officially known about Antarctica and what people prefer to keep quiet about. In 2012, something happened in Antarctica that sparked a heated discussion. One of the satellites sent back an image of a section of the eastern continent where an unusual oval structure could be clearly seen. It stretched for about 120 meters. The shape of the object looked like a ring formation, resembling an ancient structure. At first, it was thought that it might be a trace of human activity, but that theory was quickly dismissed. The site where it was found was way too far from any existing research stations. After that, scientists concluded that it was a natural phenomenon. Powerful katabatic winds, which form on the tops of glaciers and cold plateaus, supported this theory. They come crashing down, creating long snow ridges. But the satellite images didn't fit the usual pattern. The symmetry of the object was just too precise, too perfect. Some experts put forward the idea that what's hidden under the ice might not be a natural formation, but an object of ancient origin. Some started talking about the aftermath of a large meteorite impact, while others mentioned geological anomalies that modern science hasn't studied yet. It was at this point that the discussion moved to a whole new level. They recalled other anomalies on the continent, mysterious mountains rising above the Antarctic ice. They were shaped almost like perfect pyramids. Is that just a coincidence? Some are convinced these are just ordinary mountains shaped by wind and time, but others claim the opposite. These formations could be evidence of an ancient civilization that disappeared long before us. And now, the most important part. Analysis of the rocks showed that all 4 of the most well-known Antarctic pyramids are made from the same type of stone, as if they were built according to a single plan using the same technology. Antarctica is a place where life exists against all odds. Despite the harsh climate, living creatures inhabit this place as if they were specially made to survive on the edge. Penguins are the main inhabitants of these latitudes, especially the emperor penguins, the largest and toughest of them all. But in recent years, researchers have found something that has cast doubt on our usual understanding of the evolution of these birds. On the remote King George Island in the southern part of Antarctica, an expedition discovered 6 penguin bodies in perfect condition. They were naturally mummified under layers of ice that, according to scientists' estimates, are several hundred years old. The discovery was made by experts from the University of Florida, the University of New South Wales, and the Australian Antarctic Division. Every day for 6 weeks, they manually removed layers of compacted snow and ice until the bodies of the animals and traces of old nests appeared beneath. The research results turned out to be unexpected. The penguins belong to a rare species that lived during the last ice age. Analysis showed that they fed on mussels, small fish, and seaweed, which suggests that the Antarctic coastline used to be warmer and more fertile. This discovery gave scientists a rare chance to look into the Antarctic's past, but at the same time, new questions arose. If Antarctica's climate once really allowed such wildlife to exist, what happened afterwards? Why did the continent turn into an icy desert? While the experts were analyzing the samples, the entire scientific community's attention was drawn to the Piri Reis map. This is a document that still sparks debate among historians. The map was created by the Turkish admiral Piri Reis in 1513, a few years before Magellan's expedition. It shows the outlines of South America, Africa, part of Asia, and the contours of Antarctica. But the main thing is that Piri Reis depicted Antarctica without ice, the way it might have looked tens of thousands of years ago. How could an admiral of the Ottoman Empire have had such information? Many researchers claim that the Piri-Reis map really did reflect the geography of the Earth with astonishing accuracy for its time. But if that's the case, how do you explain a presence on it that a continent was officially discovered only 3 centuries later? Perhaps the map's creator relied on knowledge lost along with civilizations that history prefers not to remember. The next mystery of Antarctica is connected to events of the 20th century. We're talking about the so-called Base 211, a facility that, according to rumors, was built by German researchers in the late 1930s. It's believed that this is where the secret base of the Third Reich could have been located, where important archives and experimental technologies were delivered. Officially, only one thing is known. In January 1939, a German Antarctic expedition really did arrive on the continent. They declared part of the territory as New Swabia. Later, dozens of theories emerged about what exactly happened in these parts. Some sources claim that underground tunnels and shelters were being built beneath the ice, while others said that the last refuge of the Reich's leadership was located there. Over time, the story became surrounded by countless legends. It was said that the Germans supposedly discovered a system of subglacial caves where they could have set up an entire city. Today, a German research station is located on the territory of the former New Swabia. But Antarctica isn't a place for random coincidences. It's here that one of the planet's most mysterious lakes is hidden, Lake Vostok. It's concealed beneath almost 4 kilometers of ice, deeper than the combined height of 3 Niagara Falls. Later surveys revealed that the lake is about 250 kilometers long and about 50 kilometers wide. Some theories suggest that the lake formed long before the glaciation, at least 15 million years ago. If that's the case, it means an ancient ecosystem could have been preserved beneath the Antarctic ice sheet, isolated from the outside world for millions of years. It's this very possibility that worries scientists. What will happen if we accidentally upset the fragile balance of the world beneath the ice and come across life forms that have never seen the light of day? In the early 20th century, British explorer Frank Bickerton made a discovery that was later called sensational. On Queen Maud Land, he found the first meteorite in the history of Antarctica. The find became the key to a new hypothesis. Organic compounds in the rock could indicate that life once existed beyond Earth as well. In January 2019, specialists from the U.S. National Ice Center made a new discovery. In satellite images, they spotted an iceberg with an unusual shape. Its outlines were almost perfectly straight. The iceberg's unusual shape immediately sparked debate. Nature very rarely creates such straight lines. Some experts suggested that the glacier split because of subglacial water flows. They move with enormous force and can literally cut through the ice. Meanwhile, the situation in Antarctica is becoming more and more worrying. Over the past 40 years, the ice cover has been shrinking faster than even scientists expected. Not long ago, it was thought that the ice was stable, but the latest satellite data has shown the opposite. It's melting at a rapid pace. Why this is happening isn't exactly clear yet. Some blame changes in ocean currents, others point to warming waters and the appearance of the ozone hole over the continent. And it's not just ice either. When it melts, more and more fresh water flows into the sea, which disrupts the salinity of the oceans and causes massive ice shelves to start melting as well. All of this has a direct impact on global sea levels. There's another theory too. There could be sources of heat hidden beneath Antarctica, a kind of underground furnace that warms the lower layers of ice. This natural heating makes the glaciers unstable and could be one of the reasons for the continent's accelerated melting. Deep beneath the Antarctic ice, in an area known as Wilkes Land, there's something that's been worrying scientists for several decades. Satellite images have revealed a massive depression about 480 kilometers in diameter. Many experts are convinced this is the mark left by a massive asteroid impact. If the calculations are correct, the meteorite that caused this impact could have been up to 50 kilometers in diameter. A collision like that could have changed the climate of the entire planet, but there's no way to verify it. The supposed crater is hidden beneath more than 3 kilometers of ice. In recent years, more and more discoveries have been made that make you wonder, perhaps an ancient civilization really did exist beneath the thick Antarctic ice. The first mentions of this go back to the 18th century, when explorers who set out for the northern part of the continent reported mysterious finds, strange objects and fragments of structures buried under kilometers of snow and ice. Later, it became clear they might have been talking about traces of something man-made. Scientists don't rule out that these artifacts belong to a culture that disappeared long before humans appeared. If the existence of these structures beneath the ice is ever confirmed, it would cast doubt on the accepted history of humanity and change our understanding of who lived on Earth millions of years ago. The McMurdo Dry Valleys are one of the most unusual places in Antarctica. They're located within the Transantarctic Mountains, which stretch for almost 4,800 kilometers. Unlike the rest of the continent, there's hardly any snow or ice here because of the strong winds and the high concentration of salt in the soil. That's exactly why this area looks more like a desert than part of an icy continent. Scientists have been interested in this place for a long time, but it was the excavations when paleontologists discovered fossilized plant remains that really caused a stir. The finds are estimated to be between 50 and 100 million years old. Among them are fragments of ancient trees that once grew in low, worn valleys that existed here long before the modern glaciers formed. Experts are certain that these plants weren't native to the area. Analysis showed they could have arrived in Antarctica about 70 million years ago. They were brought here by the wind or ocean currents. This discovery became yet another piece of evidence that the continent's climate was once much milder, allowing vegetation and wildlife to thrive. No less mysterious is Mount Erebus, a volcano located on Ross Island. It's one of 4 volcanoes in the region and the only one that's still active today. It was discovered in 1841 by the British explorer James Clark Ross. Since then, Erebus has made its presence known more than once. More than 100 eruptions have been recorded. The most recent one was observed in 2020. Scientists continue to keep an eye on it, as this volcano is among the most active on the planet. Antarctica seems like a lifeless world, nothing but ice, cold, and wind. But even here, where it seems like nothing could possibly survive, science has found an amazing exception: fungi. Antarctic fungi are able to survive at temperatures below minus 32 degrees Celsius. Some species actually do better in the freezing cold. They grow faster at low temperatures than when it gets warmer. Researchers were especially surprised by one particular fungus discovered at the station. It's able to break down traces of oil that have leaked from fuel tanks. This species is already being studied by microbiologists. They hope that in the future it could be used to clean up oil spills in other parts of the world. But this isn't the only mysterious phenomenon recorded on the icy continent. There's a phenomenon here that even experienced observers call frightening. It's called singing ice. When the temperature drops sharply, the ice crystals start to vibrate. The dense structure creates sound waves that can travel for hundreds of meters. These sounds were first recorded in 2010, and a few years later, the phenomenon was studied and described in detail. Turns out, the voices of the ice can be heard up to 3 kilometers away. Scientists use this phenomenon to study the structure of the ice sheet and air movement in Antarctica. The sounds make it possible to detect even the slightest changes inside the ice. But why nature needs this music is still a mystery. The Gamburtsev mountain range is one of the most mysterious parts of Antarctica. It's completely hidden beneath kilometers of ice, so it's impossible to see it directly. Scientists study these mountains only through satellite images and radar data. The range is located right in the center of East Antarctica, where massive ice sheets converge. It's right here that too many oddities have been recorded: patches of warmth, ice moving in unexpected directions, and signals that seem to point to massive voids beneath the surface. Some experts don't rule out the possibility that there could be a cavity of a very regular shape under the mountains, so regular in fact that it might not be natural. One of the most controversial theories is linked to this area: the idea of an ancient city that might have existed long before any known civilization. We're talking about Atlantis, a place Plato described as a thriving kingdom with ports, palaces, and canals built from gold and bronze. According to ancient legends, the city vanished in an instant after a catastrophe. For many years, traces of Atlantis were searched for in the ocean off the coast of Africa and in the Mediterranean. But now, some researchers reckon that this city might be lying beneath the ice of Antarctica. Satellite images do show some strange formations, lines, arches, and tunnels that look a lot like man-made structures. If even part of these findings are confirmed, humanity will see proof that unknown civilizations once existed on Earth. Who were they? Why did they disappear? And why are there traces hidden in a place where it would seem nothing alive should exist? Antarctica is truly a continent full of mysteries. This place is cut off from the rest of the world and remains one of the least explored corners of the Earth. Every new expedition uncovers here something that's hard to believe. Whole ecosystems, traces of ancient civilizations, or processes science doesn't yet understand could be hidden beneath the ice. But no matter how many studies are carried out, Antarctica still keeps its secrets. One thing's clear, there are still discoveries ahead that could change the way we see the history of our planet. What exactly will we find beneath layers of millennia-old ice? It's a question that still has no answer. The more researchers learn about the frozen continent, the clearer it becomes that Antarctica holds secrets that could change everything we know about Earth's past. If you're keen on the mysteries of our planet and fascinating discoveries, make sure to subscribe to the channel, give us a like, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new episodes. And don't forget to check out our other videos as well. You'll find a whole lot more absolutely incredible facts and rare finds there.